Yes, my family, greetings to the item, love and light energies. Give thanks to life, give thanks to the source, Now, me I tell you, say, John, no, me rise up in the morning and me I tell your family, me have to just get right to this vision before it dissolve away. So all who I get on the visions and on the messages and on the downloads and I use it to buy cash pad. For no business, me know me I do with my visions and my inspirations. Now, we do a video first day about Battlefield 2024. So I call that one a Space Race 2024 same way. This video now is really about why them three guys here all of a sudden I create this excitement. I'm going to show you how things work. You see, when I see these guys come up with this, I have to come to this in a different video. I kind of mention it partially in a previous video. But I have to come do it fully for you to see what I go on. When me hear these guys mention this, it was a good thing I read the last book of Enki. You see this last book of Enki family here me always talk about. I just since this year make me buck up in it, Just since this year, And why I'm so fascinated about it is that all when I preach for the past 7 years, it just come connect. It just come connect. Me I get everything 100. But it like you must write this book here. It just come connect. So I always have to mention it in everything when I do because as when I mention and I tell someone, this is like the little puzzle. The clues to solve a lot of these mysteries. The pieces of puzzles to solve a lot of these puzzles where we can. Now I'm do video about it, about the face on Mars, where science are baffle themselves about, And me explain according to the last book of Enki, how the face of Mars go. It's not difficult. Why we willing to read every other's book and gravitate to it, but we shun this book? Because the system shun it. Because the system knows that this is the ultimate. This having partially all of the main Bible stories them. The same last book of Enki. Now without further ado, we're going to reason now, I'm going to try to tell you now. The whole, as I say, I just have to say Space Race 2024 because this is going to cover so many things that you're not going to fully understand. But you have to listen it again and observe what I talk about from long time. Keenly. There's a movie named 2012. And I always telling about that movie there. And in this movie, you see, where the brethren, I said to the white boy, I say, you know, I want the people them. And the boy say, she, let me tell you something about one people. I selected people we have saved. We can't tell everybody. And then when you check a stop, you hear the man, and next man I go check one Arab rich man and I tell him say, €1 billion each for your ticket. When boarding day I go on, them a show you all the top-notch people, them, all the queen with her puppy I run on. Them a show you all of these people. The Pope and the whole of them a run on pan ship. For God said them a go see it for themselves. So this is the plan. But in order to get to the plan, I go into the last book of Enki and go read to show you how them are planning. So the same mindset what you see happen within what this movie portray, how the system with them technology have an idea say something out for go on, but them are hidden it from the normal Joe and the average Joe. You understand what I deal with? Them going to tell you to feed them big shot friend. So I try to show you how everything tie in. The whole climatic vibration where we see, or we see them hide the sun and everything where we see are going. I'm going to show you say something is up. Now, taken from the last book of Enki, right? This is one of the, I don't quite remember. I wish, let me see if I can go back quickly and look. Alright, I don't quite remember I wish book, what page, no what page. Because you have tablet 1 to 14, so I don't quite remember what tablet this. Anyway, I'm going to read from that section here. And it has say, now this is the account of how the Anunnaki decided to abandon the earth and how they took an oath to let mankind perish in the deluge. So it has say, Enil summoned accounts of Anunnaki and Igigi commanders in Nibiruki. The leaders' sons and their children were also present, right? Enil revealed to them words of the impending calamity as a secret. The earth mission has come to a bitter end, he said solemnly. All who wish to leave will be evacuated to Nibiru in celestial boats that are ready. But if they have earthling spouses, they must leave without the spouses. It's a way Seti are saying, Enil. Let Igigi, who are attached to their spouses and offspring, escape to the highest peaks on earth. As for a few of us Anunnaki who will choose to stay, we will remain in the earth skies, in boats of heaven. So you hear what I just mentioned this. As for a few of us Anunnaki who will choose to stay, we will remain in the earth skies, in boats of heaven. Now, if you notice them talk about the celestial boats and the boats of heaven, and you have celestial chariots, you have all different types, sizes of boats, see? I'm sorry, I couldn't quickly go into the glossary and find it and explain to the item, but when them talk about celestial boats now, celestial boat now is something to do the big traveling, them are the big mothership them. Them do the grand traveling. You have sky chariots and all them things. Them that look simple like how we have helicopter. Them explain all of that in them glossary. So, as we hear him say now, as for a few of us who would choose to stay, we will remain in the earth skies in the boats of heaven. So, calamity has come now, which are this 3,600 year cycle vibration. And they might try to show you, say, watch out. Who want to go back on the Nibiru, go on. Because judgment are going to take earth now. And who wish to stay, who no can stay, but we're going to park up in a space. You hear them say? We will remain in earth skies. Them not going to go too far. Within earth skies, them say they're going to remain on them celestial boat. And watch what go on. Alright. Now, let me continue to read again. So them say, we will remain, right, in the earth skies, in the boats of heaven, to outwait, listen, the calamity, to witness the fate of earth. That not sound like them three quote here. Like a something them plan for do. You listen again. Enlil said as the commander, I shall be the first one to stay. The others will be by their own choice. Ninurta announced I choose to stay with my father to face the calamity. I return to the lands of beyond the ocean. I return to the lands beyond the ocean after the deluge. The land beyond the ocean now that over the Americans matter. So this was the trick, Them did want to wipe out the original first set of beings, them. The Negroids, them, put it like that, and make the Indian, them survive. We didn't feed them any land, feed son like a plot. So that's why I tell them, so we make everybody suffer and die. Alright. Nana Enel's firstborn on earth announced an odd wish. His wish was to outwit the deluge on the moon, not in earth skies. Listen when I say to you, family. Everything important, I only don't know what go on, Elon Musk read them a book here, Jeff Bezos read them a book here, And the next one, when name Branson, all of me as I call him Branson, him read them a book here, All the top people read these books. And I read Vogue magazine. So, the man say, alright, Nana Enel's firstborn on earth, announced an odd wish. He wished to outwait the deluge on the moon, not in earth skies. So as I tell you, the deluge in them glossary mean the calamity, the flood. Alright. Enki raise an eyebrow. Enil, thou puzzled, approve. Ikshor, Enil's youngest, made his decision to remain on earth with his father. Yutu and Inanna, Nana's children who were born on earth, declared to stay. Enki and Ninki choose not to abandon earth, so they proudly announced. Marduk stated with anger, I shall not depart the Igigi and the Serpent. One by one, Enki's other son announces their choice to stay. Right? So then I say, Nergal, Gibil, Ningal, Negizia, and the means are two. All eyes then turned to Ninma. She declared her choice to stay with pride. My life work is here. I shall not abandon my creation, the earthlings. Kanamba Ninma, she and Ninershak see away in a way. The whole creation vibration go through fear womb and fear genetics. Anunnaki and Igigi were stirred to a clamor by her words. They inquired about the earthling's fate. Enil proclaimed, listen now, let the earthlings perish for the abominations. Enki shouted to Enil, a wondrous being was created by us. It must be saved by us. So you're Enki, I say. You're Enil, I say first. Let the earthlings perish. And Enki said, no. A wondrous being was created by us. It must be saved by us. Enil retorted to this with his own shouted words. Argument start. We don't have to talk going at that. You must say, alright, I'm going to go in there. Because if you show you how devious him is, and him a run earth right now, why you say with shit a go on. But at Enki time I come up, the Aquarius age. So I mean a problem. You know, up to if you don't want to believe it on a level. Enel retorted to this with his own shouted words. From the beginning at every turn, these decisions were modified by you. Enel now accused Enki, you know. You gave procreating to primitive workers. You endowed them with knowing. You have taken the powers of creator of all into your hands. Thereafter you fouled even that by the abominations. You conceive a dapper with fornication. You have get understanding to his line. You have taken his offspring to heaven. You shared our wisdom with them. You have broken every rule. You've ignored decision and command. A civilized earthling murdered his brother because of you. That's the Cain and Abel story. Because Iggy intermarried with earthlings like your son Marduk, who is lordly from Nibiru, it is no longer known to whom the earth belongs. Enough, I say to all that the abominations cannot continue. Now that a calamity has been ordained by a destiny unknown, let what must happen, happen. Enil proclaimed this angrily. Alright. So you must say, now that a calamity has been ordered by a destiny unknown, that means it's a natural cycle. And like a them, I do nothing. Like them, I drop no bomb or anything. This is a natural thing we are going. So I try to say, make what happen. So you fi see why even to the day, and even from longer time when people talk about Planet X, them get ridiculed. People lose them job. Like this lady named Dr. Albert, something another, but me listen to her video. Some Planet X thing she deal with. Big science, big blow up professor, you know. A big university, you know. And she talk about Planet X and them thing and them fire the woman. So she mislead people and this and that. So more you but me have to read that for you overstand. And here when me just read say the whole plan, this is a what even not go on now is no alright. It's not hard for you understand, you know. This is Enil attack what did for go on during the age of Lear, you know. Seeing when him say mankind for perish, you know. And the whole of them a draw a lot and that's why him at the top man. Him and you know him get to push through this order. But Enki now decides say him still a go save some people. So the Bible story can cheer it up though and go on like. So when you hear me read and say to you now, you know, you hear me I tell you say some people are plan say, like how Ninur to announce, I choose to stay with my father to face the calamity. I will return to the lands beyond the oceans after the deluge. Seeing? Nana's firstborn on earth announced an odd wish. His wish to outwit the deluge on the moon, not in the skies. Same as same one go up on the moon, not in the skies afloat. So you fi see why this whole space race 2024, why you see me a talk about it. You fi see why all these years me a talk about Planet X and me do videos about it and no face is a joke thing. You fi see say everything a come together, family. You know, see the man them a plan, say man, right? The man say, let the Igigi who are attached to their spouses and offspring escape to the highest peaks on earth. If they make it as so. That's what Enila say, you know. And he must say, as for a few of us Anunnaki who will choose to stay, who will remain in earth skies, in boats of heaven. So me I try to show you say this is what I go on now. At the same Enil government around earth. That's why you see all this evil. Enil is portrayed as Set, Prometheus, seeing all the evil gods them. Set is always connected with them. You understand me idea? Just like how Enki, you put him with Osiris. You know them way there? You put him with with Poseidon. You know them way there? Yeah, you put Enki always go with the good gods then. But you know the movie thing do them foolishness all the while. And your Enil proclaim, let the earthlings perish for their abominations. So he might try for use psychology to say the upgrade, where Enki come upgrade the earthlings them from Homo erectus to Homo sapiens, and then to Homo sapiens, sapiens again. He must say abomination. And if we allow them, make them perish. Because by right we shouldn't do it. And Enki said, then why the thing where we create? Enki shouted, a wondrous being was created by us. It must be saved by us. And him still say that for go on. So, coming down now, me tell us now, Enki get this vision. And the vision that Enki get, him get a vision, and the vision that him get now is that him figure save mankind. So him have a son named Zero Soldier, where we call Enki, where we call Noah, where the Bible translate to Noah, seeing? And what him do now, I try to find the thing. So I'm going to start from here again with this, because this doesn't can fit in enough time there. And Galzo, in a dream vision, drew an image on the tablet with the stylus and placed the engraved tablet by the side of Enki's bed. And after the image faded, the dream vision ended, and Enki awoke with a shudder. Enki remained lying in his bed for a while. He pondered the dream vision with wonder. What omen did it all? What was the meaning thereof? Then as he stepped off his bed, lo and behold, there was the tablet. What he had seen in a mere dream vision was now material beside his bedside. The Lord Enki picked up the tablet with trembling hands. Upon the tablet he saw a design of a curious-shaped boat. There was a measuring markings by the tablet's edge, indicating the boat's measures. Astir with awe and hope, by sunrise, the Lord Enki quickly sent for his emissaries. He said to them, find the one called Galzo. I must speak to him. So Galzo did come to him in a vision, you know. But through when him wake and him comes to the living tablet in bed, he must say, no, sir. Galzo there, man. Saying, they all came back by sundown. The man early morning, him saying, man, go hunt down Galzo. So man in a spaceship, a fly out boat, ask him on radio, this, that. They all came back by sundown, thus reporting to Enki. None was able to find Galzo. Galzo, they said, returned to Nibiru a long time ago. So Enki was greatly baffled. He strove to understand the mystery and its omen. He could not unravel the mystery, yet the message was clear to him. That night, Enki stealthily went to the reed hut where Zoroaster was sleeping to avoid breaking the oath. So you say me, I say no, alright, next page. The Lord Enki spoke to the hut's wall, not to Zero Soldier. Wake up, Enki said to the reed wall, speaking from behind the screen. When Zero Soldier was awakened by the words, Enki said to him from behind the screen, read out, pay attention to my words, pay attention to my instructions. A storm will sweep over the cities and all the habitations of mankind. It will be destruction and its offspring. This is the final rule in the word by the assembly conveyed by Enil. This is the decision spoken by Anu, Enil, and Ninma. Now heed to my words. Observe the message that I am speaking to you. Abandon your house, build a boat, spurn possession, save the life. You must build the boat. Its design and measurements are shown on a tablet. I shall lead the tablet by the reed hut's wall. Make sure that the boat shall be roofed throughout from the inside. The sun must not be seen. The tackle must be very strong. The pitch strong and tight to ward off water. Let the boat be one that can turn and tumble to survive the watery avalanche. Build the boat in 7 days. Gather your family and kinfolk into it. Heap up food, water in the boat for drinking. And also bring household animals. You never tell them to bring no elephant and all them something there. And a rhinoceros and all them heavy animals there. Then on the appointed day you shall be given a signal. Next page. A boat guide who knows the waters appointed by me will come to you by that day, and that day you must enter the boat and close it hatch tightly. An overwhelming deluge coming from the south. Me sing that in a song long time. Say they don't know. And me are saying what them are talking about. Nibarua come from the south. Me know. At the south, I get pulled by the magnetic pull, and it a tilt the North Pole, That's why I say we have a pole shift in our family. Anyway, let me continue. In this so much 1,000-year translation here. An overwhelming deluge coming from the south shall devastate the land and life. Your boat shall lift from its moorings. The boat shall turn and tumble. Fear not, the boat guide will navigate you to a safe haven. By you, the seed of civilized mankind shall survive. When Enki's voice fell silent, Zirisuda was agog. He fell prostrate on his knees. My lord, he shouted, I hear your voice. Let me see your face. Enki then said, I have not spoken to you, Zirisuda. I have spoken to the reed wall. I am bound to uphold an oath that all the Anunnaki swore by Enil's decision to let the eye them perish. So if you see my face, you shall surely die. So I must say, you know if you see me, and you me come to, or the hut me come to, and way, So, silence followed after a while. Zirisuda came from behind the reed wall. He picked up a tablet of lapis lazuli shining in the moonlight. Alright? Upon it was drawn the image of the boat. It gave notches, the measurements. Zirisuda was the wisest of civilized men. He understood what he had heard. Now, what go on here, as I say, and he'll take big oath. So I'm going to run off the vibration, the mining operations. He must say, if we make them perish, because what them do by upgrading them genetics is abomination to the universal law. But Enki make him know, say, no, and not like we are enslaved them and I ill-treat them. Yes, it against it, yes, but, because it shouldn't happen, but we do it because we save our planet. And at the same time, now we show them back love. And that Enki try to tell him, but he might make it know, say, boy, them for perishing and way. Everybody agree with him on film side. Enki say, alright. Enki still make him know, say, me not agree with you, This is your thing. You understand? Alright. So, Zero Soldier, when we call Noah start building boat now, see? 4-legged animals were driven into the boat. Birds flew in from the fields by themselves. Zero Soldier embarked into the boat with his spouse and sons, their wives, and children also came. Any who wish to go to Enki's abode, let them come aboard too. Zero Soldier announced to the gathered people. This is not like how it going in a freedom story. The man ball out, it say, all who want come, Right? Only some of the craftsmen heeded the call. So it has show you say, and just him alone. Some of them go. On the 6th day, Ninagal, Lord of the Great Waters, which are Enki's son, came to the boat. He was the son of Enki. He was selected to be the boat's navigator. He held a box of cedar wood in his hands. He kept it by his side in the boat. Listen now. It contained the life essences and life eggs of living creatures collected by Lord Enki and Ninma. Remember before I read all of my book, remember since I read this book, you know, and me just use common sense and say, family, even based off a movie I watch too. I say, family, the movies them always telling you the truth. I'm telling about a similar movie I watch when the woman does collect the spinal column like some form of genetics, the woman does collect. Because some calamity did for eat earth. And me I said, this is the same thing by common sense. And most some form of genetics, the boat couldn't hold family. It couldn't work. So it'll show you how Enki's son now. Seeing? When named Ninagal, the Lord of the Great Waters, him come on the boat with a cedar wood box in him hand. And it contained the life essences and life eggs of living creatures collected by Enki and Ninma. To be hidden from the wrath of Enil, to resurrect life if the earth is willing. So did Ninagal explain to Zarathustra. Thus were all the beasts hidden in the boat. Sorry, by their toes. Sorry. Just drink some roots, you know. So you say I try to show you this some family. I saw the beasts them were hidden on the boat by their toes. And as how you see them showing in a movie and a cartoon, 2 elephant, 2 giraffe, 2 rhinoceros, 2 that it couldn't work. Both would have turned over family. Now Ningal and Zeus would have waited the arrival of the 7th day. In the boat, in the 120th shar, was the deluge awaited. In the 10th shar, in the life age of Zarathustra, the deluge was forthcoming. The avalanche was looming in the station of the constellation of the lion. So it show you say, this is sitting here did happen. As I doing in one previous video. About 10,800 years ago, if me I check it right, where them say the age of Leo. And as I say, if you check, if you divide 3,600 in a 10,800, you get it 3 times. A 3? 10,000, yeah man, 3, 6, or 18. See? No, 3,600, yeah man. Alright. Now, the might try to show you, say, in the 10 shar, and as I tell you, say, a shar is a 3,600 years period. And at the same time when the planet X take for come round. So the man say, when them say 10 shar, it show you, say, at 10 times now, since the vibes are going now, you know. You understand what me I deal with? Alright. 4 days before the day of the deluge, the earth was rumbling. It groaned as with pain. For nights before the calamity struck, Nibiru was seen in the heavens as a glowing star. So, when Matthew 24 I tell you, say, these are signs that we're going to start see. And as I may explain it to you simple, say it's not difficult, it's not really difficult, because what you happen now, family. Let me light it up, you know. Look what happened now. This thing I make, when you hear birds are die off and fish are die off, as I may explain in my previous video and tell you, things are seep up in a river water, river turn red, and are really no blood. It will affect the fishes them. The magnetic field vibration a change. You go find fishes astray. All of them news you see. Fishes are die off, they must starve because when them figure point A, figure eat them regular food and catch them regular feed, them not catch it, them end up last. Sometimes things in the water affect them too, lack of oxygen. Everything are going. But it will show you say through the same planet X vibration has started. So them say 4 days. Okay, no 4 days. 4 days before the day of the deluge. Okay. The earth was rumbling, it groaned as with pain. Where you hear about growing as with pain? Now the 7-year calamity where you hear me talk about, man. Eh? When she name Virgo? As I tell you about the 2017 vibration, man, when they talk about earth I go through the birth pains now, man. For nights before the calamity struck, the berry was seen in the heavens as a glowing star. That is why we are see this whole heap of false cloud. That is why you see we now see the regular cloud that we used to where we know have rain. Them clouds that look like some fire them a come from. Some fire smoke them just a run. There was darkness in daytime. Can't look see it outside right now as I'm speaking to you. And at night the moon was swallowed as though by a monster. You see that last night. The earth began to shake. That are going right now. It was agitated by a net force unknown before. So what is the net force? Now the planet X, man. A black cloud arose from the horizon in the glow of the dawn. The morning's light changed to darkness as though veiled by death's shadow. Then the sound of a rolling thunder boom. Lightnings lit up the sky. Depart, depart. You two gave the signal to the Anunnaki. Crouching the boats of heavens, the Anunnaki were lofted heavenward. In Sherbak, 18 leagues away, the bright eruptions were seen by Ninagal. Button up the hatch. Ninagal shouted to Zero Soldier. They pulled down the trapdoor, and the hatch concealed together. The boat was watertight, completely enclosed. Not a ray of light penetrated inside. On that day, on that unforgettable day. Next page. Listen now. The deluge began with a roar. In the white land at the earth's bottom, which are this, them call white land or the snow. That are down on the south, right? The earth's foundations were shaken. Then with a roar equal to 1,000 thunders, the ice sheet slipped off its foundations. And remember, we have a whole heap of ice now, you know. So this was what happened because, as I may say, 10,800, not within the within the time of age of Leo. So we must remember before that, about on the 1300, we'd have this ice age. So them ice and now melt off now, as them say, everything match up, family. Body not tell a lie. It was pulled away by Nibiru's unseen net force, crashing into the South Seas. One sheet of ice was smashing into another ice sheet. The white land surface was crumbling like a broken egg shell. All at once, a tidal wave arose. The walls of water was reaching the very skies. Me no one there, yeah. A storm of ferocity never seen before began to howl at the earth's bottom. Its winds were driving the wall of water. It reached the land of Abzu. Therefrom it traveled toward the settled lands. It overwhelmed Eden. When the tidal wave of waters reached Sherbak, the tidal wave lifted Zivesruda's boat from its moorings. It tossed about. It swallowed on the boat like a watery abyss. Though completely submerged, the boat held firm. Not a drop of water entered into it. The storm wave overtook the people like a killing battle. No, outside, the storm waves overtook the people like a killing battle. So what this boat remind me of now as me I talk about it remind me of the movie 2012 when the man then build the ark. You see, you see what I tell us movies know what them are do. Movies know what them are do, family. You see the movie 2012 one of them ark the man then build. Where when water over submerge it, it's still good. No one could see his fellow man. The ground vanished. There was only water. All that once stood on the ground was swept away by the mighty waters. Now, I'm going to pause it here and start again. Because I can't go straight now this one. Yeah. Yes, now family, so as we're going to continue again, I have to make sure I wet up my mouth good to come back to that one. Because this is what now these guys are up to. And we're going to just read, then we'll come reason. The Anunnaki were circling the earth in their celestial boats. They crouched against the outer walls, crowding the compartments. They strained to see what was happening down below upon the earth. From the celestial boat in which she was, Ninma cried out like a woman in travail. My created are drowned like dragonflies in a pond filled with water. All life was taken away by the rolling sea. Thus Ninma cried and moaned. Ainana, who was with her, also cried and lamented. Everything down below, all that live, has turned into clay. Thus did Ninma and Ainana weep. They wept and eased their feelings. In the other celestial boats, the Anunnaki were humbled by the sight of the unbridled fury. On those days they witnessed a power greater than theirs with awe. They hungered for the fruits of earth. They thirsted for the fermented elixir. The Anunnaki said to each other, the olden days, alas, have turned to clay. After the immense tidal wave that swept over the earth, the sluices of heaven opened. A downpour from the skies were unleashed upon the earth. So if you notice, the first calamity we go on, an earthquake and tidal wave at work now, rain a come now, Oh, God. Yeah? But just tidal wave and tsunami family and earthquake and nothing start yet. For 7 days, the waters from above mingle with the waters of the great below. Rain that, Then the wall of water reaching its limits, ceased its onslaught. But the rain continued from the skies for 40 more days and nights. You must check see a joke thing when Planet X pass through. Because the earth have to cool back down, The Anunnaki looked down from their perches, where there were dry land. Now was a sea of water. In a spaceship, you might look down from, like how Elon Musk them want come do we, And where mountains once raised, their peaks to the heavens, their tops are now like islands in the waters. And all that was living on dry land perished in the avalanche of waters. Then as in the beginning, the waters gathered to their basins, waving back and forth day by day. The water level came lower. Then 40 days after the deluge swept over the earth, the rains also stopped. After the 40 days, Zarathustra opened the boat's hatch to survey his whereabouts. It was a bright day, a gentle breeze was blowing, the boat was lowering all alone upon a vast sea, with no sign of life. Mankind, all living things are wiped off the face of the earth. No one survived except us few, but there's no dry land yet to set foot upon. Zarathustra said to his kingfolk as he sat down and lamented. At that time, Ninagal, appointed by Enki, directed the boat toward the twin peaks of Ararat. So me always a cuss up Ararat, say up cause me tell you everything when I do, me come get correction, Cause me always I say Ararat now was up in even though I'm in a Turkey region, see, but me always say I'm near in a Russia side and this and all the tribes of demons and arise and all of that. But I saw it go. Me stand to be corrected anything I do. So the man show say now Nina girl start telling him to head towards Ararat. So you them talk about the boat for through land upon Mount Ararat. and all of that. So, as I say, me not go really to go no more in that part of the story, because I'm going to leave that for me to talk about the real Noah story. I go back to another part now to do with the celestial boat. At that time now, Enil conveyed his words to Enil from his celestial boat, because them depend different boat now, so them attack. But that's why him say convey the words to Enki, you know. Big bad cellular phone and ring now, you know. Let us descend upon the peak of Ararat in whirlwinds to review the situation, to determine what is to be done. So you hear them mention celestial boats, and they must say, let us descend upon the peak of Ararat in whirlwinds. So whirlwinds are the smaller one them. While the others continue to circuit the earth in their celestial boats, which are the bigger mothership, Enil and Enki descended upon the peak of Ararat in whirlwinds. As I say, the smaller one now that fly out. The two brothers met smiling, they locked their arms with joy. Then Enil was puzzled by the whiffs of fire and roasting meat. What is that? He shouted to his brother. Has anyone survived the deluge? Enki responded meekly, let us go see. So, jump back in a spaceship again. They flew over the peak of Ararat in their whirlwinds. They saw Zirishuja's boat. They landed by the altar that he had built. When Enil saw the survivors, and Ninagal among them, his fury has no bounds. Every earthling had to perish, he shouted with fury. He lunged at Enki with anger. He was ready to kill his brother with his bare hands. You saw that boy, you saw that virgin, I think, my lad? Nah, this same cause Enki brother already. He was ready to kill his brother with his bare hands. He was no mere mortal. Enki cried out, pointing to Zira's shoulder. He's my son, you know. So he took me down to make him perish. Enil hesitated for a moment and then shouted, you broke your oath. Enki said, I spoke to a reed wall, not to Zira's. Then he related the vision dream to Enil, what him get the tablet and all of that. Right? By then, alerted by Ninagal, Ninurta and Ninma also touched down in their whirlwinds. So you see, I'm going to show you about the smaller craft them. When they heard the accounts of events, Ninurta and Ninma were angered by the account. Ninurta said to his father, the survival of mankind must be the will of the Creator of all. So you see, say, even the Anunnaki, them now go on like say them are God, them still I talk about this all Creator, you know. Right, so Ninma touched her necklace of crystals, a gift from Anu, and swore, and by the oath the annihilation of mankind shall never be repeated. Enil relented and took Zirishuda and his spouse Emazra and blessed them. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Thus were the olden times ended. The waters of the deluge continued to recede after the encounter at Ararat, and the face of the earth was gradually showing from under the waters. See? And we can call it this now and going on the reasoning, because that's a different story going on this now. The point being made now, family, I'm going to finish up and show now. After all of me hearing to read, I'm going to keep the tablet near for refreshing the back. What these guys are doing, I'm going to explain and show a lot of things. Now for now, I plan to buy bunker underground. I like them little Andrew Holness and them little guys. I plan to buy bunker underground. Mr. China try to sell them some little bunker underground. That not going to work. An earthquake first, I come as I hear me explain. Earthquake and flood, then 40 days worth of rain. See? So nobody think about bunker. The man we sell uno bunker. At this him want go pan spaceship. It him a collect all of phone money for go give either Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or Michael Branson. Seeing? Whether them say €2 billion for save them life, them man a go pay it on each. So this is what the whole space race 2024 is all about. The man them know how can everything just match up so coincidentally again, family. Who not see skies them? Go do research about Planet X and see if something people are talk about like it the near. So why you think them are talk about space this? This enough for the average Joe. You know see, as I tell you what Enil say. You know the thing, Enil say mankind for perish. Because it's an abomination when we go create them. go upgrade him from Homo erectus to Homo sapien. Him no love when any other one, you know, when no love when you're absent. Him love when you're fool. Him love when he's like a computer. Them can program you. That is him philosophy. That's why him even now work with this whole transhumanism vibration same way. Him a try go against him brother creation. That is the war where we hear from day one. God and devil, Cain and Abel, Osiris and Seth, come right down Poseidon and Prometheus. All of these wars where we hear, family, is some mythology, but it's always about the same Enki and Enlil war. Now, something has happened where, for some reasons, we can see. I'm not going to go into the details for not to stray from what I say. Something has happened and it has caused some evil vibration for currently a rule earth as well we can see. All these technologies and all these things are just lead up to one thing. Now, the coming age, this new age, the age of Aquarius, supposed to be the time phase when Enki supposed to take back the reins of earth. But what some demonic possessed entity are trying to do through one of these same king lineage, is some, I don't remember who quite around the Pisces. Them say Enki supposed to respond to Pisces and the Pisces and Aquarius, but I don't know. I don't feel so. Or as I say with the set story, Enki, as all the set and Osiris thing go, as all me going in our story, it come like, oh, you say Set defeat Osiris and they take over Earth. Come like something like that I go on. You know? That's why you see all this evil. But the point being made, I try to show you, say, by what I read in the last book of Enki, you see, so the man them can up there and outweigh the thing. This is what the man them plan for do, family. Them have Mars same way. If you say, well, after, can remember now, you say after Earth, sorry, get shake up, family. When you check the amount of poison bomb and poison weapon and nuclear waste where them bury, and when all of them things they bust out, see? Earth now got inhabited. Earth have to cool off for a while. Now got habitable at all, family. Unless some form of magnetic vibration suck up all them things, and you know, of course, the gods help clean it up, but for them plan, but them know, that is why them are pre-space. Them not yeah, that is why them are pre-space. Yeah, Elon Musk and Paul Mars them one then, man. So the man will try to show you now, say, and if it's, and you can see the age of them too. Them ready for download for them consciousness and them new clone, you know, and go live in a space now, you know. That are for them life for them want to live, you know. And if you can afford it or want to, you know. Them still gonna keep some away, like all them Andrew Wellness and some of them type of people there, as them little slaves, you know. And who love them, you know. Yeah, man, you're gonna become for them slave where adrenochrome, you have to supply them with what have you, anything. You have to supply them, but this is the real thing, family. The man them know so them can fly out to certain dimensions and outweigh this calamity. And I eat them a sell ticket for right now. Yes, it's so now way. But go watch a movie and see. If I know it, you see. You go watch a movie 2012 and see. The younger thing, them not show space. Because them not want it. Them not want to show them real plans, you know. You see how things just come connect again. As a video me do about the video game 2042 when me I say, why them not say 2024? It I go look too straight and truth. I see him thing with the movie 2012. Them by you know, them a do Armageddon and all these type of movies already where them a show space travel, you know. Why you think them never say? make we do a space travel instead of a billboard for them on water where you're not even sure if it must survive. Because the space travel would have showed them business. It would have showed them real plan. You can't stay there. Tell them when I get my visions, you know, family, me not buy no cash pot with it, you know. Me say as me rise, me I tell the family and me I pray, because me not do a video previously yesterday, you know. I decode the Battlefield video game 2042, I tell them say I really 2024. Because me I try to tell them say war have to bust out now because to what out for go on. Just imagine when them finally ready for say Planet X or when them can't hide it no more. There'll be a chaos in our earth, man. And what you think them are gonna do now? Send out them robot dog and them robot humanize and them robot drone and everything. For who no mark. For who no have. When the robot come and kick it and check you out and you not have for them chip. Or what them want. Because them want force this pan you now, you know. You get shake. While them a big money and the queen and the whole of them take off long time gone. I make sure them they out of range. Nothing supposed to affect them. So, me nah make this too go too long. But just by reading, me not fi say nothing much. I could have just read the last book of Enki and make this picture stay. And who smart could have just overstand. So me not fi do much explaining. We no say point blank, what is the plan? Last book of Enki is a retranslation of some ancient Sumerian writings. We are over 7,000 years old. Let me just put it there, so. You go do the research. This is not something where somebody just come up with what they are. These are things that are right. What them say, Lord Enki, right, did make this priest, yeah, write these things. And him knows it will put on for appointed time. And the appointed time is now. Out of all the books them Zacharias teaching right, this book, last book of Enki, is a book where them give the less review and big up. You know why? It has said all of the truth. It a contradict even them Bible stories. Me have the PDF. Download, anybody interested can link me. Me have all of the pages. Anybody wish to. Even though I do video and I read them out from one day to same way. So I just hope you can just get certain from my understanding from this video, family. If you have your €1 billion, you don't have to worry yourself. Man. Just go and save it up, man, and do your if you do. If you don't have it, I would have tell you to go and seek salvation. Make when the gods them come, you're worthy to be saved. None of them take out and say, mankind not going to perish like this again, you know. Then my mommy said that, you know. We not going to make mankind perish like this. Unless you want perish. So even the story when you hear, when they talk about God to come save you, and me as I tell you, say, yes, God will come save you, but make sure you're worthy to be saved. This is not a pretend thing. And squeegee past God. No. Give thanks, love and light energies, Rastafari. Now I'm going to further.